you want to increase the sales in your business, but you don't want to give Facebook or Google any money, then you're going to love this video, because I'm going to show you all the strategies and tactics that I use that have turbocharged my business over the last 20 years. I've done hundreds of millions of pounds worth of sales, and every single year I have to bring over 1 million people into my businesses to make everything tick. How am I doing it? And how am I doing it frugally with as little money as possible? Well, this is the video for you. Let's get into it. Look, getting customers for your business is the lifeblood, the cash flow that drives your business forward. Keeping the cash flowing keeps the business going. Yes, profitability is important, but cash flow is the paramount. And I want to break down in this video all the things that I do to make sure we've got a flood of customers, not a trickle, a flood. Yes, you've got to have a great product, but you've got to promote your business so as many people know about it as possible. But if you're an entrepreneur, you're probably bootstrapped and you haven't got loads of money hanging around to give those big advertising platforms loads of money. So how do we do it? How do we use our cash flow and a little bit of cash to turbocharge the profitability? Well, it all comes down to marketing, getting customers to increase the sales. Right, let's give you some context to the businesses that I've actually got that I'm using marketing to increase my sales. I've got ice cream parlors, farm attractions, visitor attractions, indoor play centers, day nurseries, and quite a large e-commerce business. So I'm really online and offline, and I'm trying to fuse those two mediums together to give each one of those businesses more results, because it is different, but there are some similarities. I think we need to break it down to what I call the 3 KPI rule. When you're in business, you want to make sure that number one, you're producing a monthly P&L. It shocks me to my core, because I do a big podcast and I've interviewed hundreds and hundreds of business owners, nearly 500 now, and I've got loads of people that come on the podcast. They're doing millions of revenue. They know their annual accounts, but they don't know their monthly profit and loss. You need to be in a position of telling your accountant how profitable you are and then getting your accountant to be tax efficient for you. That's the right way round. So we must produce a monthly profit and loss, because when we've got that monthly profit and loss, we can be so much better at marketing. It all really ties in. Number 2 is your labor to turnover ratio cost, the labor to turnover ratio cost, OTR. So what are you spending on your labor as a percentage of your turnover or revenue? So if you're in retail, 15% of your turnover should be going on labor. If you're in childcare, it's 50%. If you're in software, it might be a bit higher. You get the point. And then the third one, and this is the foundation of marketing, where I want to start this, is your average customer value. Until you know what your customer is spending with you at each transaction or each order, you can't really do any marketing. And you want to make this cultural within your business. And it goes one step further than that. We've got the average customer value, then we've got average transactional value. How often do our customers transact with us? And then the ALV, what's the average lifetime value? Once you know the answer to these 3 points, you know how much money or time, effort, and energy you can put in to getting more customers. How much can you spend to buy customers? So let's put some live examples to it. Let's get a red pen from over here. So I don't know, say we're McDonald's. I think that's a really good way to start. And you know, everyone's spending £8 every time. Look, I'm going to change that to £10 just for ease of maths. So every time they come to us, they're spending £10. They're transacting with us 52 weeks a year. So obviously very unhealthy. They're spending £520 with us a year. Lifetime value of a McDonald's customer could be 100 years of their life. So 100 times 520, so £52,000 over their lifetime. So McDonald's know that a customer's going to spend £52,000 with them over their lifetime. Obviously, we just made the numbers up. They're not completely accurate, but we're just doing it for, do you understand here? Every time they come with us, they're spending a tenner. 52 weeks in a year, they're spending £520 a year. Lifetime value, I've times it just saying they live to 100, obviously all made up. So we know that they're going to spend £52,000 with us in their lifetime. Therefore, how much can we spend on marketing to acquire a customer? This is the foundations of marketing. I want you to do it with your businesses now. I want to do it with one of my businesses just to give you an example. I've got a farm attraction. Average order value is £20. People come buy their ticket, for example. They're transacting with us once or twice a year. So I'm going to say they're transacting with us 2 times. And that's £40 a year the customer is with us. once the child has got to 8 or 9 years old, they've grown out of us. So we've probably got 4 good years that we can keep that customer. 40, 80, 160, 160 pounds worth of lifetime value per customer. So I've only got that of lifetime cash value per customer. I'm obviously going to spend a lot less on marketing to the £52,000 that McDonald's are going to spend. I ain't going to do TV advertising and national press. But once you understand this stuff, you really know what you can spend on your customers. Most people do that in their head. Well, I'm not going to spend that much to get a customer when I'm only going to bring in £20. Oh, I'm not going to do a TV advert. I'm McDonald's for a customer just to spend £10. But no, this is why this is so important. Because your profit might come on the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th sale. Lots of people, especially in e-commerce, are prepared to lose money on those first few sales, knowing that they're going to have the customer for lifetime. And that's why I always say free sometimes is better than discounting. Think about Netflix here, giving the chance to people to use the platform for free, knowing the lifetime value. Like me as a consumer, I've been giving Netflix £10, £15 a month for the last 15 years. So giving me the service for free for 30 days has brought massively into lifetime value and has driven their cash flow. So that's where it all starts, gang. That's the 3 KPI rule. Right, let's look at the next foundation of marketing. It's understanding the difference between your most customer and your ideal customer. And the best way of describing this is with a picture of a tree. This is how I've always explained this because I think it's just the best way of understanding how marketing works. Your most customer might not be the one that gives you the most money, the most profitability. But if you've got most customers, you'll get ideal customers. Now, the best example of this is a company called Google. You may have heard of them. Their most customers are on their platforms searching. And they're searching or viewing for free. They don't give them any money to watch videos. But YouTube or Google, then because of that have ideal customers. Now the ideal customers are the fruits that grow on your tree. So for YouTube, it could be the people that pay for YouTube Premium. My God, if you haven't paid for YouTube Premium yet, it's a life changer. No more adverts. Those £10, £15 a month that YouTube's getting from their ideal customers only happen because they've given the gift of YouTube for free to all the searchers that have been watching videos on there. Same is for Google. You know, people are searching on Google, billions of people each year using the platform. I then come along as a Google advertiser and I give Google £20,000 a month on PPC for Party Pieces, my e-commerce website to help find customers. Not what we're talking about today, but I absolutely do that too. Therefore, I'm an ideal customer, giving Google over £250,000 a year. Let's look at one of my businesses. I've got a farm park, a farm visitor attraction. My customers, like I told you, they come in, they spend £20 to come in for the day and buy some ice creams and whatever it is. They're my most customers. In fact, I have around 200,000 of those people spending £20 each and every single year. Because I've got those £200,000 giving me quite a low average customer value, I'm allowed to get my ideal customers are the people that sign up for memberships, the people that come to my day nursery that I've built on site that are spending around £1,000 a month with us, and also to my higher priced events. I get to pick all these ideal customers because I focused on my most customers. So you have to have a business that has most customers and ideal customers. And literally every fantastic business that I've come across has this. Think about an airline. Their most customers are the people that go in there economy seats. But let me tell you now, their ideal customers are their business class and first class customers. They only get the ideal customers usually because they've got their most customers. Let's give another example to it. Disney, most of their customers watch the films for free or very little money. Their ideal customers are the people that spend £10,000 on a vacation or going on a Disney cruise. If you can create a business where you've got most and ideal customers, your most customers will become the people that just keep on giving you those warm leads into your business. Now remember that, warm leads for your ideal customers. We're going to talk about leads later on. Now here's what lots of business owners do. They go, oh, my most customers are my most difficult customers. You know, think about Google. They've probably got a lot more people involved in doing the servers and making sure the search stuff is all really good and top of the market. The temptation for SME businesses is to go, do you know what? My most customers are really hard work. I'll just cut the tree down. See, Disney could stop making content. People will still go to the theme parks, still go on the cruise lines for a certain period of time. But in 10 years' time, if they stop making content, they may see the numbers dwindling off. I think we can all agree with that. Now, if I closed my farm park and just kept my day nursery open, the day nursery would be okay, but it might stop getting those best leads that have come from my 200,000 people that come there each and every single year. So you don't want to ever cut the tree down. Don't ever be tempted to get rid of your pool that you go fishing in for your ideal customers. Marketing can only be as good as the least friction that you deliver as a business. You want to be like Netflix, where you can try Netflix free for 30 days. If you don't like it, you can just cancel and go away. What you don't want to be is like the guys that were their rivals in the early days, Blockbuster. These guys put so much friction in the way that eventually they went bust. And Netflix, as a founders, they looked at Blockbuster and went, God, if you get your video back by 1 day late, you've got to pay another £3, or they didn't have it in stock because everyone wanted that new video. Netflix got rid of friction. So you can market a product. You can do a lot of hard work to get your product into the marketplace. And if people discover you because of your marketing efforts and then see friction, you're going to find out that you get way less return on investment. The marketplace wants a frictionless process of doing business with you. Now, businesses put friction in place to protect the business, obviously, but you want to make sure that friction is as little as possible, because let me tell you now, the Netflix model is much better than the Blockbuster model. Now, when it comes to marketing your business, there's a little couple of formulas that I use that will really help you. The first one is market message media. I'm just going to draw a triangle. Now, what's happened is media's become really cheap. So lots of people have become lazy marketeers, not really thinking about who their market is. So we're just going to do this little triangle: market, message, and media. The best thing I like to explain to people is, if you go back to the 60s or 70s, making a video would have been so flippin' expensive. It probably would have gone to board level for a business to make a decision to make a TV commercial or even any forms of videos. Now, because everyone's got a TV studio in their pocket, they're becoming really lazy and they're going, right, we better make a video. Then they're thinking what we're going to say on the video, and then they're thinking about where we're going to put the video. So they went this way round. But really, we need to be going this way round. And really, if you want to be a great marketeer, you should just think that media doesn't exist. Start with your market. Who is your marketplace? What's their pain points? What's their financial spending power? What do they want to buy? Are they hungry to buy your products and services? And then what's your message to them to solve those problems? And then lastly, where do they hang about? Do you still need to do leaflets, magazines, Facebook, social media? Do you need to make content? But you start with who your market is, list it out. What's your message to them that's so flipping powerful you're going to solve all their problems? Then what the media is. 1, 2, 3. Great marketing. I use this little formula. It's called AIDA. How to get people's attention, how to keep their interest, how to get them to make a decision to work with you, and then how to get them to action right now. A powerful call to action. In my experience, business owners are very good at getting their clients interested in their product or service and getting them to make a decision to do business with them. But usually, eventually comes into it. Now, the great business owners, the best marketeers, are really good at getting people's attention, then keeping their interest, then getting them to make a decision to do business with you, but lastly, get very good at getting them to action right now, getting them to make the decision right now. How can we do that in reality? Think about this. You've got a shop and you put a big sign in the window saying closing down, 50% off. That's caught my attention. I'm going to save some money. I've got my interest that I'm going to save some money. Decision, I'm going to go and save some money. The problem is they haven't put a call to action. A better sign would be 50% off, closing down sale. Wow, that's caught my attention. I'm going to save some money. My decision is I want to save some money, but if we add tomorrow, 50% off, Closing down tomorrow. I know I need to take action now because it'll be gone tomorrow. And that's what really good marketeers do. They get people to do the A's and the A's. Attention and action straight away. So how can you get their attention? How do you keep their interest? How can you get them to make a decision to do business with you? And how can you get them to action now? Beyonce, Taylor Swift, they put out a Facebook post that says, hey, we're doing a live tour. Now, I'm a big fan of Taylor Swift or Beyonce. That's caught my attention. I've got my interest. I've built up loyalty with them. The decision that I'm going to go, whatever happens, the natural call to action is they have built up a story that if you don't buy right now, it will sell out and you won't be able to buy. What do people love to buy most? When they can't buy. They've turned themselves into a scarcity, and you don't want to be looking like you're a commodity. And that's what you really want to do in your marketing. Get people's attention, get them to take interest in what you're doing, get them to make a decision they're going to buy from you, and then lastly, get them to action. Let's look at these 2 points here. How can we be better at interest and decision? Well, if you've got awards, that will make people trust you. Testimonials are very good at making people think, yeah, like, I've made a decision, I want to buy from them. Guarantees as well. If you offer guarantees, testimonials, awards, payment plans, any of those things, if you craft that into your marketing, that can help people make a decision. Now, the calling to action thing is getting people to act right now could be limited supply. The price will go up. If you don't buy today, you'll probably never get to buy again. There's just 3 examples. Notice we haven't spoke about paid for ads or even creating anything yet. We're just learning the foundations of average order value, lifetime value. How do you get people to get their attention and call to action? So I think the best thing is we're going to design a leaflet here together. Imagine this is your leaflet. Now, what most business owners do, or most people that are not trained in marketing, is they will put too much information on their leaflet, thus creating a confused mind. And a confused mind never buys. We do not want too much information. We want to make sure that we're powerful on the headline. A really good headline like this that's got 3 words, pretty much like a thumbnail on YouTube that makes you click. Those 3 words like closing down now, and then a sub-headline, save 50% off. This is a much better leaflet. It's telling you exactly what you need to know straight away. And you'll realize that it's 80% headline, 20% copy. Over here on this other leaflet, all these words are too copy driven. Copy is another way of saying the words that we use in marketing. Your headlines are so important. If you get good headlines, you'll get better results on email opens, better results on sales letters, better results on leaflets, better results on social media, getting people to click. It's all about the headline. Headline takes preference. Get good at headlines, gang. Even for my YouTube videos, I'm thinking about the headlines for what we're going to call a video to get you guys to make you want to watch it. We can spend like hours deliberating over what we should call the videos and getting them headlines just right. We're very lucky because we have access to media now that we can get followers to our business. Now I'm going to draw this little pyramid here. And at the bottom, I'm going to write followers. And at the top, I'm going to write fans. What we want to do is get our customers to go from followers to fans. So they watch our content, which is a lot of work, and then they go, do you know what? I really like what I'm seeing here. I'm now going to become a shopper, ready to buy. Once I've become a shopper, I'm going to become a customer, and then usually an advocate, and then at the top, after buying lots of times and they like what they see, they become a fan of the business. Now, if people follow you and watch your content, you've read your books or your newsletter or your videos or your podcast, they can scoot right up to being a fan just because they're compounding the power of content. Disney have this, Netflix have this. People are massive fans of Stranger Things and they're going out to all these events that are Stranger Things themed or buying Stranger Things merchandise. They're going from followers straight to fans, skipping past this. Now, traditional marketing, traditional customers would have gone through this process, which is, I still think you should be doing this. I'm searching for a product or service to help my business. The next stage, once I've searched for it, I'm now a shopper. So this could have been a high street of old, or it could have been Google or a newspaper. I'm searching for a particular thing that's come into my mind's eye. I need a new sofa, I need a new fridge, or I need a new supplier of services. So now I'm a shopper once I've searched for it. Then I become a customer. Then I become become an advocate. And then lastly, if I keep using you and you look after me, I become a fan of the business. I want to just take a moment here to talk about the difference between advocates and fans in the business. An advocate, once asked, will happily recommend you. A fan of your business goes around the world and tells everyone about you. And actually, you can speed up word of mouth by just asking your current customers to recommend you to other people. Once asked, they would always recommend you if you've done a good product or service. But if you can get it to the level where people just go and shout about you like a football team, like they do about Apple, like they do about Disney, this stuff is possible. It's your job to try and create ways of getting more Google reviews, more testimonials, and simply by just asking people to go and recommend you to the world. I am promising you, I've done this in my business for years and years, just asking people to go and recommend you can turn you quickly up this pyramid of how to get customers and turn them from advocates into fans much, much quicker. Tell your customers to recommend you. It absolutely works. Now, if you want to get good at making videos, doing podcasts, writing emails, getting people to take notice of your stuff, you need to get very good at copy. This is what great marketeers understand. Copy are the words that we use in our marketing. Copy is where it all begins, gang. The power of your headline is copy. The intro to your podcast, the intro to your videos, the open rates of your emails. It all starts with copy. Now you understand, we want to have this pre-copy checklist. So what's the first thing that we need to look at? Your headline. When you create a YouTube video, what is the headline that's going to make people want to click? When you create an email, what is the subject line that's going to make people want to click and read your email? Remember, your headline is where it all begins. And if you don't get the headline right, it doesn't matter how good your piece of marketing is, no one's going to keep an interest in it. Your story. If you can weave stories into your marketing, you'll know that your retention is so much more powerful. If you've ever binged watched a series, you've watched that Stranger Things or Game of Thrones, just one more episode. That's because you're obsessed with the story. You cannot wait to find out what happens next. If you can weave stories into your marketing, then I think you have a much better results. Remember this, stories sell, facts just tell. If you've got credibility, make sure that's on your flipping marketing. This is much easier for professional services. If you're an accountant, that gives you natural credibility. If you're a solicitor or a dentist and that's on your marketing, people know, well, they must be credible because they're a professional regulated service. But if you've got your own credibility, you've been around for a long time, you've won lots of awards, you've worked with some of the best other companies in the world, maybe the government or a massive company, that gives you credibility. Make sure that's weaved into your marketing. Your voice. Listen, when you're writing, you want to write as you speak. That's one of the best ways of keeping people reading your copy. And also, if you're on video, you want to be as natural as you usually are off of video. And this does take practice. I actually find it bizarre that people speak so confidently off camera, put a camera in front of them, or they stand on stage and they completely turn into someone else. You want to use your enhanced personality on camera, your enhanced personality in the way that you write, not turn into some professional barrister or like you're speaking to the head teacher at school. This is really important, especially when you're writing emails and sales letters and even letters that go in the post to people. Speak as you write, and write as you speak, and you'll find that you're getting much better results. Bullet benefits. Bullet points, I think, are really powerful. If you tell people the benefits that you've got in your copy, so if this was a headline, maybe we've got a picture here, and we put tick lists of all the things that you're going to get. People love that. They like benefits being bullet pointed. It really does help, I think sub-headlines, which you could use as bullet points, anything like that. And this is really important because we need to understand dual readership path. Some people are people that read every single letter. Other people, most people, are skimmers. If anyone's read any of my books or seen any of my emails, you'll see that we use some italics, some sub-headlines, and that's because we understand that some people just skim the email and other people read the whole email. Now, the uninitiated will just use one font all the way through. Most people won't read that. So if you're not using sub-headlines and understanding that most people might just read the testimonials or just look at the paragraphs that are highlighted or the diagrams, you're going to miss out on your marketing. You must craft in dual readership path. I want to give you an example now over the screen of me. I wrote this big, long sales letters for one of my events, Business Masterclass, and you'll see that we've done 3 A4 pages of copy here, but there's loads of sub-headlines throughout the copy, and that's designed for dual readership path. 20% of people are going to read everything back to front, but most people will skim. Hopefully you'll see it over screen now, an example of dual readership path. Most people just write block copy like it's a copy page out of the Bible. That is not going to get you results. Dual readership path, absolutely essential. Selling on emotion. If you can make people angry, sad, or happy, you're going to keep people engaged. Watch any good stand-up comedian. They're keeping you laughing. That's keeping you watching. If people are bored, they're not going to keep watching or keep reading or keep listening. The master politicians of the world are very good at selling on anger and emotion to get votes. Watch what they do. They sell on those points. They don't sell on humour, but usually they can really get you to vote for them because they can make you angry or sad about the current state of affairs. Come to me. I will make everything better for you. You don't want to put up with this, and this anymore. You see how that can really lure you in? Your offer. If you are not putting offers into your marketing, I'm not talking about discounting. Discounting is death, but great offers into your marketing, then you're really going to start missing out. And this whole video is about increasing sales for your business. Adding offers to your marketing catapults the results that you will get. Let me give you a quick example of this. Now, supermarkets know this. Buy 2, get 1 free. Buy today and get a free servicing plan. It doesn't have to be buy today and get 50% off, which is just bloody lazy marketing. Human beings love a deal. They love to feel like they've got something for nothing. And that's why I always say free is better than discounting. Limited time offers crafted into your marketing will explode the results that you get. People love an offer, especially if it's limited time. So if you've not put offers into your marketing, you just won't get the best results. People might buy eventually, but if you want to speed up the results and get them to action right now, craft an offer into your marketing. Your risk reversal. Now, this is the big aha moment I had when understanding how to increase sales using marketing in your business. When people are first discovering you, their back of mind thinking is, well, if I give that company some money, what's the risk that I'm going to lose my money or have a bad time? Now, I own a hotel. It's really important that we've got loads of Google 5-star reviews and really good on TripAdvisor. When people are searching around what hotel to stay for, those reviews will reverse the risk of coming to stay with us. They can see other people's reviews to make them make decisions to come and stay at our hotel. Similarly, if you're going on a big sky jump, you want to make sure that the company that's taking you up in the air and you're going to jump out of an aeroplane have got all those risks removed that stops you from dying. You want to make sure that they've got insurance, that they've got really good training, that they've got fantastic instructors, and you want to see that they've done it lots and lots of times before super successfully if you want to live another day. How can you put all of that into your marketing? Well, some of the things that you can do: reviews, testimonials, we spoke about that just a moment ago, but also 100% money back guarantees. If you're not satisfied, we'll give you all your money back. If you've won awards, if you've been established for a long time, if you've got loads of content on the internet, because lots of people go, right, I've discovered that company, let's Google them and see if they're really good. And if you're littered all over the internet in a good way, that can really help with risk reversal. That's a really leveraged task. Most companies are just not very good at that. You could spend a week making sure that you're famous to a few and Google famous, so that when people search for you, they can see articles written about you, awards that you've won, and 5-star testimonials. Get that over the line and you'll see that you get much better results in increasing your sales in your business. Call to action. Remember the AIDA philosophy, gang. We're getting their attention. We've done all the interest and decision stuff with all of our copy checklists that we've just discussed. But if you haven't got a call to action on there with a juicy offer, you might have just wasted all your time. Remember, we need the call to action because everyone's bloody busy. Life just gets in the way and then we forget to come and do business with you. And then lastly, this is something that I think is really powerful. If you can find another business owner, another marketeer that's learning marketing with you, swap over your marketing and get them to edit what you're doing, and you edit for them. And usually that collaborative brain, that super brain power, that mastermind can really catapult the results that you get in people actually giving you some money. Now, the money, by the way, is in the list. If you are not building an active database and communicating with that database, you're literally leaving so much money on the table, it's a joke. On one of my businesses, we've got 320,000 email addresses for people that have been to our visitor attractions. We can just email them saying, hey, you've been before. We've created this new event. We've got a juicy offer that if you buy by midnight tonight, you get this offer, which could be buy one ticket and get a Make-A-Bear teddy on the day when you turn up. But you have to buy it by midnight tonight to get that offer. We can literally send that email out and get tens of thousands of pounds worth of sales. No Facebook ads, no Google ads, just doing a beautiful email and emailing it to people that have already bought from us before. If people have bought from you and you don't put them into a database, and yeah, you need to do all the GDR, PR stuff, if you don't do that, you're literally losing out on so much money, it's a flipping joke. You must have a database that you use. If you haven't got a database, more for you. If you want to increase the profits in your business, you're going to have to increase the sales in your business. How do you increase the sales? You get loads of juicy, warm leads. How do we increase the leads? Well, I'm going to give you some of my top ideas of increasing leads into your business. Number one is quizzes. Can you add a quiz into your marketing mix? People love filling out quizzes. That's why game shows are on TV. People play the quiz along at home. Anyone that's been to a pub quiz, you get the point. Now, I've done a quiz for one of my businesses, this business called the 8 Traits of Great Entrepreneurs. And you fit in the quiz to find out where you are on my entrepreneur's pyramid. And you break it all down. It's a good, fun quiz. You can do it yourself. You can try it for free. There's a link in the video description. I'll then email you a PDF template on all the things that you need to work on. Now think about this. If you was in health and fitness and you had a quiz that you could send to people, or you could do put it on your website or on Facebook, people fill in the quiz to work out where they are in health and fitness. You have then got a really good, warm, qualified lead. People love filling out quizzes. Pensions and investments. Maybe you need to work out how much you need to save right now to have a comfortable retirement. What would be better? What do you need to invest right now to have a comfortable retirement if you're an entrepreneur? You could fill in the quiz with all these crafty questions on how much you need to earn, where you need to put your money, what your risk appetite is, blah, 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 blah. You fill it all in, and then that financial investment advisor can ring you back based on the results of your quiz. Imagine that for driving leads into your business. What about waiting lists as a signal to buy? If you wanted to create a new piece of furniture or a new piece of fashion or a new piece of software, say, look, we're creating this, you put it out into the marketplace, you make some content, you send some emails. I created this new piece of software. It's really going to help your business using X, Y, and Z. If you would like to try it for free, why don't you just, put your email address in here, and when it comes out, you can have it for free for the first 14 days, but we've only got 1,000 spaces. You see what I've done there? Call to action, limited supply, and go on the waiting list. Waiting lists are great lead magnets. Flyers, I'm still a massive fan of flyers. They're so cheap. If you've got a local small business, if you're not sending out flyers through people's doors, I think you're missing out, because less people are doing that. They're relying on PPC, on Facebook, Meta, and Google, and all this stuff. Flyers are really valuable, especially for localized businesses. I send out at least 1 million flyers each and every single year, and they have huge results. Newsletters are so powerful. Now, every Monday at 7 a.m, I release a newsletter of my musings and my thoughts from the previous week before. It's completely free to join my newsletter. I pack it with value. You can sign up on my website, jamessinclair.net, and also put a link in the video description. If you give people loads of value on a newsletter, emailed, preferably printed and put in the post, and it's just giving people value, then 1 in every 100 newsletters, if you then say, would you like to buy this thing that we've created, you will see such tremendous results. But you don't ask for the buy until you've built great relationships. PR. The new PR, in my opinion, is podcasts, articles. Articles on LinkedIn are getting massive results. Really good quality articles. If you're a thought leader for your industry, get those articles out there, get them on Substack, get them on Medium, and send them to newspapers. Getting in local newspapers and national press is easier than ever before. What you get from that is all of these newspapers upload all of their stuff on the internet, which will drive in loads of digital leads to you as well. So think about PR, but don't pay for it. You don't need to pay for it. Just do the bloody work. Write the articles, send them out, make the videos, make the podcasts. All my podcasts, all my YouTube content is just my own version of PR, and it has generated me huge results. Telesales, picking up the phone, gang, it really works. Less and less people are doing that than ever before. So if you're not picking up the phone and asking people for business or telling them about your business, you're not going to get enough leads. Picking up the phone, I literally cannot tell you how much picking up the phone still works. Taster events, doing events where people come to you and see what you're all about. Discovery days, all of that stuff really works. I've done all of that in the past. Publishing a book. I've wrote 4 books. They have given me so many leads. Writing a book gives you authority. The word author is an authority, and you can use your book as the best ever flipping business card you've ever had. Books, they work, and you can take little segments of the books and turn them into articles, videos. Would you believe it? I believe in videos as lead magnets. Who would have guessed? Direct mail, sending letters in the post, especially lumpy mail. I'm a big fan of that. Do you know what? Out of all the things that I've discussed today, sending letters in the post and sending letters that are a bit lumpy, I spoke about this all the time. I send balloons, teddy bears, boxes of chocolates, cakes in the post with a letter of people that I really want to get in front of. Nothing works like that to get leads and get people's attention. If it looks like a package, it will land on the person's table, desk, more than anything else, more than an email, more than a text message, more than telesales, more than absolutely anything else. If you can deliver a package to someone, and I've delivered boxes like this, it will go direct to the decision maker 80% of the time. So if you're not sending stuff in the post and you really want to get in front of someone, you're going to be missing out. Long form sales letters. Earlier on in the video, I overlaid that, but a long form sales letter like the one we're repeating on the screen right now, these really work. If people know you, they like you and they trust you, and you want to get them over the line for another product or service you're bringing out, send them a long form sales letter. If the copy's good and they like what they're reading, they really convert really well. Competitions. If you're not doing competitions to grow your business, especially on social media and marketplaces, hey, look, we opened a dinosaur park. We wanted to get loads of awareness for it. So we done a competition on Facebook or on all the social media platforms. If you would like to win free tickets to our dinosaur park, please tag your friends below or fill in this competition form. We're going to be hiding tickets around the county for you to find. If you want to be on the list to find out when this competition happens, etc., give you details below, whatever it is. Competitions have been going for a long time. Use competitions to get leads and you'll see good results. Networking, obviously getting out there, networking. I prefer speaking at networking events. If I can't speak, look, if I go to a networking event, there's 1,000 people and I can do a half-hour keynote. I just networked 1 to 1,000. So be smart and leverage your networking. Make sure the right people are in the room. Actually, crucially on the networking as well. Sometimes I've been to places where there's only 10 people there, but if it's the right 10 people and you're speaking to the right 10 people, that could be better than speaking to 1,000 people. The best networking though, in my opinion, nowadays, in 2024, is making content, because content is the best networking tool. It means you're doing the work once and you can get out to potentially millions of people. Referral system. Amex are really good. American Express are so good at saying to all their best customers, because they understand, you're spending a lot of money with us. You must have friends like this, because usually people associate with similar people to them. Can you refer us to your friends? We'll give you 10,000 points for doing that. And if you refer us to your friend, we'll also give them 10,000 points. So look at your best customers and just give them a ring and say, hey, can you tell other people about us, and we'll give you something, and we'll give them something as well as part of the deal. Referrals flipping work. Now look, if you want to increase sales, you've got more leads, you need to increase conversions. There's no point in doing all this work without increasing conversions. You've got to make an offer. That's the fastest way of increasing conversions. You've got people's attention, you've done a good deal, but the call to action, make them an offer that's time limited. Reduce sales friction. This can increase conversions. Remember, we spoke about friction. This is one of the fastest ways of getting people not to do business with you. Do you know one of the biggest ways that you can increase conversions on about busy people. Get Apple Pay, get Google Pay, get ClearPay, get Klarna. All of that stuff that means that people don't have to go on a big treasure hunt to find their wallet or purse nowadays. Do you accept Amex, for example? You don't accept Amex? Oh my God, that's a bit of friction. Whatever it is, reduce friction. Increase range. I'm telling you now, unfortunately, not that I want people to put loads of money into stock and stuff like this, but my experience is when we've grown some of our businesses, when we've increased range, even though people just buy the top 20% of our lines, as we've increased range, they convert with us more. Why is that? Human beings like the choice. They like the selection. So if it's not too costly for you and you're not tying up loads of cash into stock, increase your range. Before and after photos, very highly effective. If you can show this is what you've done for customers before and this is what it looks like after, and this works really well in construction, DIY and cleaning. So before and after really works, and beauty, that really works. Payment plans, if you do offer ways for people to pay over a period of time and you keep that a big secret, you're stupid. So many companies do offer payment plans, do offer finance packages, but they only offer it when asked. Turn that around, because some people are embarrassed to ask. They're embarrassed to ask. So you want to make sure that you're putting that out in front. Don't forget those risk reversal guarantees. This can help increase conversions. People look at your business and go, oh, what's the risk of using you? Put the guarantees out there. Think about that stuff before they ask, because most people don't ask. So if you don't make it obvious, you've missed out. Testimonials, testimonial videos really help increase conversions, especially if you've got someone famous and well known, even in a local area. Say you're a local business. If you've got the local MP or the mayor or the council or the head of the council, or a big head teacher or a local business that everyone knows about, doing a testimonial about your business, that can catapult conversions as well. Incentivize your team. Oh my God, but incentivize your team to do it right now. I've got an ice cream shop. If I said to all my team, right, today, average order value was £10.50 per customer. Tomorrow, if we can get that average order value to £11.50, just £1 more, all of you will get £20 cash. Now, I can't do that anymore, but in the earlier days, I did do that stuff. Things are difficult now. I've got 1,200 people. You can't do all those good fun things. But if you're a small business, try that stuff, but make sure you reward them on the day. And if things really improve, that will teach you a big lesson about how to improve conversions and upsell and see if you can get those things over the line. Demonstrations. If you're selling cars and you say to someone, look, why don't you just borrow the car for a couple of days, see if you like it. That demonstration can really make people go, do you know what? I really do like this. I will buy. People even do this with mattresses now. Keep the mattress for 30 days. If you don't like it, return it to us. Demonstrations. Let people try before they buy. If you can offer that, it really does help conversions. Accept trade-ins. If people want to get rid of their stuff and you can accept it, maybe they've got an old computer and they want to get a new one, you take that in, refurbish it, sell it on. If that's right, then you can really get conversions increased. Now, the big one is follow-up. Oh my God, guys. Most businesses are so terrible at follow-up, it's a joke. They go, right, okay, we'll get back in touch with you. And they say stupid things like, oh, we don't want to bug them. No, bug them if you want to increase conversions. I'm not saying that you're going to bug them 10 times a day, but follow up with a text message, follow up with an email, follow up with a letter, and God forbid, follow up with a phone call. Phone call follow-ups are the biggest ways of increasing conversions. Most people don't want to pick up the phone, but they're the best ways of getting conversions over the line. Shorter delivery times. Now, I bought Party Pieces, which is one of the oldest online party shops in the country. I bought it from the Middleton family, Kate Middleton's mum, and it was based in Reading. And I wanted to move that warehouse over to Essex, where the rest of my businesses was. Now, in that time, we couldn't do next day delivery. We had to go to 5 to 7 day delivery. And we took that off the website. We had to because we was moving warehouses. The sales tanked. They went down by 75%. It was horrific. The second we put back on the website next day delivery again, the sales shot up. So shorter delivery times, giving people instant gratification can absolutely increase conversions. Sales scripts. If you've got people on the phones, give them a script of what to say. You'll see that they convert a lot better. Listening to their phone calls and then coach them on what they did wrong. Listening into what your team say to your customers on the phones and how they write emails. You can say, look, Train them, don't have a go at them, make them better. Train them. If you don't train your team, you can't gain from your team. How do we improve transactions? Get people to transact with us more. Offer service contracts. Even if you don't make that much money from your service contracts, but it reminds people of who you are, then that can be really powerful. That's why I love childcare businesses. People come in on a Monday, see you tomorrow, see you Wednesday, see you Thursday, see you Friday. You're building a way of seeing your customers all the time. That's one of the most powerful things about service contract. If you've got regular maintenance, regular cleans, you might not make much money from them, but it does remind your customers that you're still about. So when they do spend a big amount of money, you're there. Think about Apple Music, by the way. You're subscribed to that. Oh, you remember it. Or you think about Disney Plus. You're only paying £10 a month, love it. Oh, let's go to Disney World. Oh, let's go on Disney Cruise. So these little service contracts, if you can get them into your business just to remind your customers are there, bada bing, bada boom. Loyalty and membership. If you can make your customers feel like a member of your business, things just explode. Football clubs have this. People feel like a member of their club. I'm a member. People like saying I'm a member. Amex have done this really well. And one of my favorite companies in the whole world, Costco, they have created huge loyalty through their membership program. Costco customers are some of the wealthiest in society. They have to pay £80 a year to be a member, to actually go and shop. And that £80 a year makes people loyal and very proud to be Costco members. I don't know how Costco do it, but if you can create loyalty and membership, you'll find that you increase transactions. Always be in stock. Holding good stock levels makes people transact with you more. Work out ways that you can do that. Nothing annoys customers more than not being in stock. And actually, that can make people out shop in the marketplace if you've got a reputation for always being out of stock. Product of the month, have you got something new? People like buying new. Human beings are wired to see that new film, try that new restaurant, try that new hotel. If you've got something new, tell your customers. Offers on next purchases massively increases transactions. If you've got something that you can say, look, if you buy from us again, you'll get this offer. I mean, we do this in ice cream. So you say, look, buy 5 bots of ice cream, you get 1 free. And for a trade customer, that can be really well. Buy 5 boxes of these lollies, get 2 cases free. Whatever you can do, an offer on your next purchase. Because what we're trying to do is get people in the habit of transacting with us more so they're blinded to your competition. Charge consultancy fees. Now, if you're a good business and you supply a product or service, can you add a consultancy arm to the business? Maybe you supply food and drink to a restaurant and you can say, well, look, we've got a consultancy arm where we'll come in and train your business on how to be more effective and how to drive profit margins. Lots of companies will pay for that, thus increasing the transaction spend with you. Selling extra warranties. Loads of people love buying warranties. The insurance game have been at it for years. If you're not selling warranties in certain sectors, you could be missing out. And actually, people might go elsewhere where they can buy warranties. Now, I've got another little trick up my sleeve in increasing sales in your business, and that's the power of personal brand. What a little puppy that I have leveraged over the years. You've got to become the master of sales, persuasion, and communication if you want to be a savvy entrepreneur. Personal brand is great for pricing architecture as well because it gives you expert status in the marketplace. You know, people know that a dentist, an accountant, or a solicitor are an expert, but you can use personal brand for the non-expert industry to drive the value of your pricing in your business and attract people to your business. And actually, that's a good point. Here's what personal brand does for your business. It allows you to pull opportunities rather than push. And you'll notice that in most industries, most businesses, they're pushing for opportunities. They're picking up the phone, they're doing all this hard work to push for opportunities. But what if we can actually pull everything towards us? Think about Richard Branson or Elon Musk. Every day, their personal brand is just pulling opportunities to their businesses. I want you to have that as well. So actually putting yourself out there, making content, writing books, writing articles, podcasts and videos can leverage the amount of sales you get into your business by pulling opportunities towards you. It's a good point now to look at the 4 types of businesses. Some businesses operate in this place. They're novices that look like experts, and these are the charlatans, and you'll notice this in construction. That novice builder that markets themselves as an expert and gets loads of work, but they're one-trick ponies because people only use them once because they're naff. The next stage is the expert businesses. You know, that expert business owner, but his van's dirty, he's always got his bum crack out, but they're really good at what they're doing, but they look like novices. And so they get average results, if any. The best ones are the ones that are experts that look like experts. Think about that barrister, that airline pilot. They dress, they look like an expert, and they bloody are an expert. And obviously you do want that airline pilot to be an expert of what they do. And then there's the sad situation where you've got average businesses that look average. And unfortunately, that is such a big marketplace, the average business that looks average. What I want is I want you as a business owner to be in this space, the expert business that looks like experts. You are actually doing a great job, but the rest of the marketplace sees you as doing a great job. I don't want you to be the novice that looks like an expert and only gets one hit. I don't want you to be the expert that looks novice or the expert that looks average or be average and be getting average results. I want you to be the best and actually look the best to get the best results. That's where all the money goes. That's how you increase the sales in your business. Experts with personal brand will pull opportunities towards them rather than push for opportunities. In the beginning of your business, you will be pushing for opportunities. Remember, gang, you want to be the experts that look like experts. You want to look in the marketplace like you're the very best, and you will see your sales increase. So remember this, gang. Work harder on yourself than you do your business, because the better you are, the better your business's results. The better you are at marketing, the more sales you'll get for your business. Remember, you should be a marketeer of your business than an operator of your business. Most entrepreneurs and business owners are operating their business. The smart ones are growing their business. They're income generators. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you've got any other ideas, hit them in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. If you're still watching this video, make sure you do the 8 traits of the great entrepreneurs quiz. There's a link in the video description. You're going to love it. And I'm looking forward to you reading the feedback form that you get once you've done the quiz to find out what you need to work on to improve the results of your business.